Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I hope you're keeping well. Let's start with a little bit of intro about your son Elijah. He's 22 years old and he is diagnosed with Down syndrome and he lives with you in a two-bedroom apartment. He's pretty independent on doing things on his own but needs help with complex tasks which involves a lot of steps that needs more focus or attention. He loves it when people appreciates or praises him for his accomplishments, and he is very outgoing. He, as you mentioned, he goes to day program every day and comes back home in the evening, and when one of his favorite things to do is to watch TV until the dinner time, which is a favorite part of his routine, which is also a problem because he gets frustrated or yells at you while watching TV and always wants you to change the channels for him. Based on our observations and conversations with you, Sarah, we did a few assessments as well. This behavior isn't happening because Elijah wants attention or is being difficult. What's really going on is operating the remote is frustrating for him because it involves a lot of steps, which is making him stressful, and asking you to do it is the fastest way for him to get what he wants. Even though the problem behavior keeps happening, it's working for him. So his problem behavior support the function of getting your help to avoid a complex or difficult task. What I'm going to show you now is how we can teach Elijah to use the TV remote independently using a teaching method called graduated guidance. Graduated guidance isn't just something that we chose based on our experience. There is an evidence-based research that shows it works well for teaching multi-step skills to adults with disabilities. So graduated guidance means you just give enough physical help to get Elijah started with using the remote, and then you fade that help as soon as he begins doing the step correctly on his own. So let me explain how to do this, okay? And also, this strategy works best for chained skills, meaning the skills that made up of several steps done in a sequential order. For example, changing the TV channels using a remote. This skill involves a few steps, right? So the first thing is picking up the remote and then pressing the guide or the channel button, and then using the arrow to find the right channel, and then pressing the OK button, and then navigating to a different channel. So now let's talk about how to actually do this. When Elijah calls you or asks you to change the channel, place a remote in front of him and say something simple like, Elijah, can you change the TV channel? And wait for 2 seconds. And if he didn't initiate the task or if he didn't pick up the remote, you step in right away and then guide his hands. At first, this might mean like full hand-on-hand support. Say like, this is Elijah's hand, this is your hand. You are going to hold his hand and guide him through each step, like pressing the channel button, taking the remote, pressing the channel button, pressing the arrows, and each step. So as soon as he starts pressing the button correctly, you reduce your help right away. This means you're just going to loosen the grip and guide him through as he gets better. You're just going to loosen the grip. Okay, you're eventually gonna do that. So your hands will stay close, but won't touch unless it's needed. This is the last step. We call it shadowing, which means that you are ready to help, but you're giving him space to do it himself. Okay, if Elijah stops or presses the wrong button or hesitates too long, you step back in right away and guide him through the correct movements, right? So first you're just going to physically putting hand on hand, and then you're just going to loosen the grip while he starts doing it, and then when he's doing on his own, you're just going to shadow him, right? Okay, and then that's how it works. And also the most important part of it is reinforcement. You are going to reinforce him when he finishes each step. Like, as we know, like the reinforcement is going to work when you appreciate him or praise him, which is going to motivate him to learn the skill fastly. Okay, and then this skill you can teach him when he is in a good mood, and then when he is calm and when he's calm and focused. And you don't want to teach him when he is upset or when he's having a bad day, which will actually prevent him from learning the skills. So when he starts learning on his own, and then he will feel confident to use the TV remote, and we can also apply the strategies in future to a different set of skills, like doing the laundry or preparing the food for his day program. But let's focus on this task first. And please do call me or text me if you have any questions. I would be happy to assist you. Have a great day. Bye.